Italy, the 15th century, the dawn of a new era.
We really try to answer the questions that players had at the end of AC1. What is going on here? What is the next step? What is the story about at this time? So we are bringing this answer at the start of AC2. And you'll see that while playing the game, but you are going to leave Abstergo, and you are going to not play Altair anymore, but you are going to play a new character whose name is Ezio. You have lots of things that we have not talked about that will refresh the experience. So the idea is really like to go offer far more experiences, so the player has far more choices. And after what we did is that we spot what are like the key pillars, gameplay-wise, of our game. Because like controlling a boat might not be the key pillar of the game, even if it's fun and even if you can do it, you know? Fight is one, navigation is one, stealth is one. Like we try to spot what are the key elements and we try to go deeper on those ones. So we also try to create variety on the depth for some features. In the fight, you will have brutes sometimes, later on in the game, not at the start, but they will challenge you differently on the way you kill your enemies. Okay? You have agiles, you have like the seekers who are going to challenge you on those aspects. I was mentioning also like all the economic system. Obviously, it's going to add depth to the character progression. You know, my character is going to gain skills, but he's going to spend money upgrading himself, adding armors, weapons, gadgets, and all this is going to be at the service of the variety. You know, like AC1 was a great game. Like we have to be fair with this, not only because it sold a lot, but I think it brought a lot. You know, like the graphics were amazing, the free running, the open world, the cities, the setting, the historical aspects about the game were like key features that you don't see in other games. It's very subtle type of game experience, you know? It's not like brutal FPS with blood everywhere, you know? It's really different from what exists. And obviously, like we know that in AC1, everything was not perfect. We know that it was like repetitive. Like the game structure was repetitive, like the investigation missions were not that fancy to play or very deep to play. So our mandate was to address this. Our mandate was, you need to make a game that is more varied, more rich, that you surprise the player. So it's really what we are targeting for AC2. We don't have like 9 assassinations. We have like 100 of missions. We don't have like 3 or 4 like simple missions, investigation. We have like 15 real missions that we play together to build real immersions on real missions. So I'm very proud of what we've done, the time that we have, and the level of quality that we reached. So this is like the first thing really was addressing the lack of variety, and we're focusing on surprising the player always and always. Second thing also, and I really love what we did on that, very proud of what the team has done, is finding the synergy between the gameplay and the story, you know. Story in video games, it's always like a crazy relationship, you know. Either it's very simple, or you directly fall into the RPG big stuff with like very complex things, you know. And we really try to find like a good balance between a strong story and the game. And we really tried, we paid lots of attention in connecting both together. So you're learning the game as you're learning your character. You're learning how to play as you're learning his motivation. And all this together makes a game that is, I feel like, very upscale, I would say. Very different from what exists, and that immerse the player far more than what you could see somewhere else. So like the start of the game is really different. But I like the subtlety there is about what we do, the approach, the balance we have between story and the gameplay. And all this together for me makes a game that is unique, you know. Like look at what is, you know, like for in retail for Christmas, and I think like Assassin stands apart from the rest. So my name is Benoît Lambert. I'm game director on Assassin's Creed 2, and the game will be released November 2009, the 19th in Europe and the 17th in North America.